we live? Let me just check. I'm making sure that we're live here. We probably are. Oh yeah, we're working. It's happening. Now, because YouTube notifications just send out something, probably nobody's gonna. I'm gonna wait. I'll wait. We'll see what happens here. We'll wait for the crew to show up on Saturday morning. I think nobody expected me to stream so quick after the Egg Recon stream. Oh, there we go. We got some peeps. We have peeps. We have peeps. Peeps have shown up. Digger Pete, Vista, how are you this morning? Juanita? I think people, do they know that I'm, how did it turn out this morning? I'm just, it seemed to work until I went into the garage. It seemed to. Oh yeah, well, it says 13 minutes. And it was only, I might have lost a minute. Not bad. It seems to be getting better. You know, I think it's the aerial needs to be on my head. It's the only thing that makes any sense. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Yeah, the garage, eh? Which I knew that since I warned you at the door that we were going to lose connection because the garage is metal and Wi-Fi don't like metal. Look at this. I got, folks. This is. Okay, I just did the Egg Recon, right? I just did it just now, okay? And it just went into video, and I just went in and turned the video on to monetization, and look at this. I got flagged. Look at that. That's just the one I just did, Egg Recon Water, February the 3rd, okay? I just did it like 14 minutes ago and ended it. And I turned it into a video, and look at that. Flagged. Now look at those, eh? No monetization. Oh, YouTube. I'm telling you, folks, it is just so brutal. It's just so brutal. It's like, it's and you know what? People send me. I've had people send me emails. Quite a few actually. Oh, of other YouTubers that are they're saying it's certain trigger words. It's like, no, it's not. It's just everything. It's just the system. Everything. It's like there was one person said to me, "Oh, we can't use the word homesteading because we keep getting triggered." And he was sitting on his couch whining, and it was like, you know, it's over, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. And he was just like, my God, man, chew on a bullet. You're bad. But it's not. There's no keyword. It's just bang. But it doesn't make any sense because it's not everything. Because I've got like I could do 6 more right here right now. Go in the streams that I haven't done yet, and it's like hit and miss. It's like 50% of the time, 60% of the time they hit you, is what it is. Let's do a request review. So right now, and like everybody who's going to watch this today, there's going to be no ads on the video I did this morning. The live stream that turned into a video. But if you watch the live stream, it was commercial free. But now anybody who wants to catch up on it today, it's gonna go the whole day. Everybody's gonna watch it with no ads, and then after everybody's watched it, oh yeah, you've been suitable for review, suitable for advertisers. But the thing is that they won't look at it because it doesn't have 1,000 views. It's only got 90 on it right now. So until you get to the 1,000 mark, they don't really care about looking at it. It's folks, I don't care. Honestly, I'm just the store. We're so close to the first wave on the store. I wasn't going to do a coffee stream this morning because honestly, I gotta get back at this. I just turned the microphone in the right direction. I had it face the monitor. Sound was probably bad. We're gonna win. We're gonna win, Inga, because the store. So, any guesses how many I got left to do today? Anybody any guesses? Here, I gotta get my glasses off. I gotta wear enough my glasses today. Anybody have guesses? Let's see if anybody can guess. What's the guessing happening here? Let me just do a little zoom here. I'm gonna zoom this out. So I can take my glasses off because today today's a glasses day. So just do we got enough people with responses here? No, come on, computer. All right. Nope. All right. So what do we got here for numbers? Let's take the glasses off. Okay, so we start at the first here. Inga, 31. Connie. Now we're doing the Price is Right rules. Connie's the winner so far. Yeah, Connie's the winner. So, yeah, she wins. But Vista was the closest. I got 30 left to do, folks. But according to Price is Right rules, Connie won because she was under. Vista went over. I mean, Inga went over. I got 30. I worked till 11:15. So I did yesterday. Was 88 left? Was it 88? So I did 58 yesterday. You did actually, you know, we were playing hand grenades or horseshoes, Inga, you would win. But we're playing Price is Right rules. You're over. That means you have less confidence in my abilities. So you didn't get much done, eh? Inga, Price is Right is all over the world. It's called the internet. Go on the internet. It's like you're living in the cable news broadcasting bubble there. It's the internet. You can watch anything you want on the internet. So you can check out the Price is Right and get abreast of the rules for the next time we have a guessing game. And we're playing by the Price is Right rules. You just got 2 mugs? Big ones or little ones, Vista? You got the wraparound last day, the little duckies on the Magoon. I'm down to 30 images, folks. So that's about 4 hours. Oh, I've got about 4 hours worth of, about 4 hours. Oh, you got the penguin. The penguin for work? Oh, thank you, everybody. Wait till you see what's coming. Oh, you're gonna be, oh, it's crazy. The little ones are still quite big. No, they're not. They're only 11 ounces. Just a standard coffee mug. Oh, man. I gotta sit back there. If I sit back there, that's better. I was getting too close to the screen. Oh, I've been doing way too much computer work. I got still so much more to go. So much. Yeah, you got the metric mugs. The little tiny things. We call them child mugs over here. So, nothing personal, Inga, but it's just, you know, Europeans and North Americans, we got a different sense of what's big and what's small. So, I'm pumped. 30 images to go, folks, and then I upload them. Well, I start uploading and start putting them on the products and finishing the store off so that you can see all the stuff. It's like right now, you know, there's a lot of blank space. Well, that's because I don't have the products done. But once I get the headers done, then we'll then it's the next artwork. Well, no, then it's I gotta go to the laundromat and do laundry because I got one more of these shirts left. One more. And then I have no shirts for, well, I've got other ones. They're like turtlenecks, but it'll be hot to wear. I might be wearing a turtleneck tomorrow. That could potentially be what happened in here if I don't go to the laundromat. So I really want to focus on getting this done. And I just thought, so I got to check the weather so I can plan my day out, because I got to do a barn cleaning, not a total cleaning. So I don't know how bad it's going to be. What is the weather going to be? -8. Then it's going to -7 tonight, and then -1 tomorrow. Yes, so the ducks are getting out. When are they getting out? Soon, actually. Real soon. They might be getting out here within the next couple hours. The wind chill's still -18 outside. What is the wind chill? Okay, there's no wind chill in Petawawa, but in Petawawa right now is -19. They're not that warm up there. Oh, the wind chill's still -22. I knew this morning it felt nippy when I was walking around. All right, folks. Any questions? Anybody got questions? Want some life answers? I'm here to answer your hard questions of life. We had a big egg recon today. It was massive. It was a lot of eggs. The bucket is seriously the most full it's ever been, actually. I don't know what the count was, but or it's like the bucket is almost right to the top. It's a big bucket of eggs. The Rent for Food Bank is sharing our videos on the what you call it, the egg recons, or no, egg donations. What am I saying? When will I start collecting the eggs for the hatch? Well, Vista, can you look at a calendar and figure it out? Try. It takes 28 days to hatch an egg, and I'm planning on doing some hatching in May. So 28 days before that, we got to put them in the incubator. So. Well, we start collecting March the 1st. Well, we're not hatching in April. My God, you people have no sense of time. Every year it's the same thing with you people. It's like, you know what we need? Know what we need? I know what I need. I know, I just had a brain fart. We need a calendar with the schedule. That's what we need. So when people ask these questions, you want the answer, go buy yourself a calendar. And then when you flip it over, you can see, oh, yeah, this is the month we start collecting eggs. That's what we need. We need a calendar that lays out the schedule here. And then October is a big skull and crossbones, is when all the ducks die. That'll be October. You won't want to flip it to October because, oh no, there's the skull and crossbones. The ducks die this month. So. I will, October, I'll put a skull and crossbones. Or the picture of the duck getting its head chopped off on the wooden block. That'll be on October. So, and you'll be like, I don't want to flip October's picture. It's bad, man. There's a guy killing a duck, blood all over the ground, and I got just the photo for that too. It's a nasty one. Whatever calendar I do, folks, I'm going to warn you right now, October is going to be the month you're not going to want to flip. And I will do that because I'm that kind of guy. I'm not normal. As somebody posted on my Facebook page this morning. So it'll all be happy. Well, November will be a little bit depressing, and then December we'll be back to happy again. So because November is my cult. So no, October, November, it'll be the bloody calendar months. They'll be like, oh no, October, November are the bad months on the duck adventure. dress Doug up for Halloween. That's just a stupid idea. How does that fit the duck adventure, Sean? Come on. That is like, I'm sorry, you fail on that one. You're losing your star if you got one today. How old is a duck before it starts laying its eggs for the first time? Usually somewhere between 5 and 7 months old, they start laying eggs. And the first eggs they lay, you can get rubber eggs, which are eggs with no shell, or you can get double yolkers. Double yolkers have seriously dropped off, folks. I got one double yolker yesterday. The ducks are getting in the groove. They're not producing the double yolkers, which isn't the end of the world, but I sort of like them. But I got so spoiled because this year I had way too many, what you call it, give you a break? No, you failed. I'm sorry, I call it as I see it, Shauna. If you're just waking up, go back to bed and have some coffee. Don't use that as an excuse. I just woke up and I'm here sharp as a nail, as a tack. I'm double yokered out, actually. I had so many this year, they lost all importance. They were exciting at the first, and then it was just like way too many. It's like a man can't eat 7 and 8 double yokers a day. It's like too much. So if they didn't lay within that time frame, what would you do with them? And line them up against the wall and fire up the railgun, and then use them as target practice. That's what you do. Don't give them any chance to mature and produce an egg. I prefer railguns because I don't like the smell of gunpowder. You can't choose the size? What? Oh, they might be sold out, Inga. The way they work on their inventory, if they don't have it, they don't let you select the size right now. I noticed that the other day when I was doing something. It showed the product, but they were sold out. Does it say sold out right now? You're welcome, Tilly. Do you want to see that video when I get the railgun out? When they don't produce eggs? It's electromagnetic pulse. It's very high tech. The projectile it flies at Mach 6. It takes no time from the end of the barrel to the duck getting splattered against the wall. Do you want me to check, Inga, the site to see if it's broken? Or can you handle it? Okay. Let me pull up the old shop here because Inga's having a problem. And you said it's a V-neck silver? Is that what we're talking about? Let me just take a look. Please check, desperately need that shirt. Which one is it, Inga? It's the V-neck. So it's V-neck silver. Okay, V-neck silver. Let me just take a check, folks. I'm helping out Inga here right now. And I'm going to see if there's a problem on my end also. Women's shirts and tees. And let's go to the, it's so much easy, so easy, eh? You go to this store and it just, okay, where are the V-necks? I don't see the V-neck. Where is the V-neck? Football shirts? Tank tops. Oh, there's a V-neck. Hang on. But which one? There's a whole bunch to choose from. There's a scoop. I'm having problems. No, there's only black and silver on that one. Where's the V-neck? I'm sorry, I don't see a lady's V-neck. 3/4 sleeve? Is it a 3/4 sleeve? No, it's only available in white. I'm drawn a folk. I'm drawing her. Bottom of the page is V-necks. Okay, I'm at the bottom of the page. I'm looking. Tri-blend, tank top, spaghetti. Are you looking at the men's shirts, not the ladies? Is that what we're talking about? Let me go back. Because I clicked on ladies. All right, let's go to men's. All right, I'm clicking on men's. And, oh, this site's so easy to navigate. Hey, it's got it all broken down for you. All right, so there's Heather Gray. Is that what you're talking about? Well, yeah, there's something wrong with their. No, it says temporarily out of stock. I'm looking right at it. I'm reading the screen. No, don't wear men's. It's a ladies. Well, which one is it? Well, I'm looking at the one that's a V-neck silver one. Well, they call it Heather Gray, and it says out of stock right here on the screen. All right, let me go back. I'm gonna go back to the women's again. I'm gonna go back, and I click on the t-shirts. Why am I not? Oh, there it is. Well, why didn't my page show that the first time? Okay, sorry, something happened here. I didn't have the screen opened all the way. All right, silver. Okay, why availability in stock? But why won't it won't let me pick it either, Inka? Yeah, let's try a different color. I know why. I know why. No, maybe not. Oh, maybe. I'm thinking. No, maybe not. Yeah, I'm thinking they're out of stock. Because don't forget, the way this site works, okay, is that they have to have stock in both countries, Prague and the US, okay? So if Prague or the US doesn't have stock, you can't order it because it doesn't know what part of the world you're coming from. Okay? That's the only thing I can think of. So it's either Prague or Kentucky doesn't have this shirt because I click other colors and it shows, see the coral, it doesn't, you can't select a size. Garnet you can, green you can, or Kelly, they call it Kelly, which is green. It's like, how is Kelly green? Anyways, yeah. Charcoal, they have a size. Navy, they have it. Silver, nope. Black, yes. That's the only thing that makes any sense. Is I like the coral color. It's sort of neat. Yeah. So I think that's what the deal is. You can't get it because there's a country that doesn't have stock right now. Okay? They're open today, Inga. You could call them and ask them on their customer service line in Prague. We're an international operation here. I'm thinking if you bought it and dyed it, that it would screw up the print job, Vista. You don't think the dye would have any negative effects on the print job? Oh, take off my glasses. Gotta save myself, folks, because I've got some. I got 30 images to do, and you were just kidding, Inga. I mean, Vista. Yeah, but I don't know. You're just kidding. Because some days, you know, you do say things that I'm thinking you didn't think it through. I've heard of Kelly Green, actually. Actually, I think it's Green Valley, Lee Valley garden tool people. They use they call it English green or something. It's a real dark, deep green. What do they call that? British green or something. I don't know. It's a very dark, foresty green color. Please show video about the eggs and gun. You want to see the railgun? And when the ducks don't lay eggs, me shooting ducks with a railgun. That's what you want to see? Swordfish plays? I'm thinking swordfish plays took me literal. You believe in everything I'm saying here? I think he does. Do you not realize that you can't have railguns in the Antarctic? Did you not know that, swordfish? Because penguins are endangered? I can't. I'm not allowed to. I'm lying. I don't have a railgun here. If I was back at home in Canada, I would have a railgun. But unfortunately, in the Antarctica, you can't. Are all water guns in the Antarctica? Everything's frozen in Antarctica. Everything's frozen here, actually. As soon as I wake up, I gotta go. As soon as I get enough coffee in me here, folks. Because I can't do artwork half asleep. I've been listening to a lot of music, I know. It's been really nice, actually, this week. I've been having the tunes pumping because I can play the music while I'm doing this kind of stuff, because it's like it's not mindless, but it's not like doing, you know, it's not like it's not like working with HTML or, you know, cascading style sheets or doing website stuff. I don't need silence. I need silence for doing that, but doing artwork, I've had the tunes just a pounding, and I've discovered something, that my dog, if I have the tunes playing loud, Doug stays in the kitchen with me, because the the living room is not quiet anymore, and he doesn't like sleeping on the couch with the stereo pounding. I couldn't figure it out at first. Then I clued into what it was. The louder the stereo, the faster he came into the kitchen and laid beside me, and he just stayed right tight beside me here on the kitchen floor. It's real funny. Doesn't like I don't think he likes the subwoofer. Joshua, remind you, how did the whole penguin thing start? We had a Russian hacker that did a terrible job, and everybody kept thinking they were ducks, and they were supposed to be penguins. That's how it all started. I'm faking here, actually, Vista. I don't do any work here. Everything's CGI. You guys think that I'm working hard, and I'm doing nothing. I'm sitting at home playing video games. Call of Duty. That's what I'm doing on the big 30-inch monitor here, sitting in my chair. I have to go to town on Monday too. I got an Amazon return that I gotta get it back to them. I bought one of those pens for fixing artwork. Man, oh man, they suck. Well, they suck for me anyways. Didn't like them. Going back on Monday, I lasted not even a minute with it. It was like, this thing sucks. I don't know how people draw with them. Like, I don't know. You should play Call of Duty with ducks and penguins. Adds a whole new level of excitement. The penguins explode when you shoot them. I'm starting to wake up. Oh. I had such an excellent supper last night, folks. I had roasted duck. I don't know what they have for bib overalls. I haven't gotten that far. Bonita? I don't know what they have. I don't remember seeing any artwork for bib overalls. I'm so close. 30 images. Actually, I haven't had roasted duck in well over 10 days. I've been eating like other stuff that I've had here. I had pork. What else did I have here? I had some chicken. I mean, dibbling and dabbling and other things, and it's every time it's been like a lackluster taste experience. But last night was a good taste experience. It was so tasty. It was like so tasty. I was like, yes, Matt, stop eating that other stuff. The pork wasn't bad, but just not as good as the roasted duck. Just not. And even Doug, he was really happy too. He was just so happy he got a carcass last night. He was in here watching her cook, man. He knew what was happening last night when I was cutting the duck up. He was drooling. He was like, "Yes, we're having duck." Like, I know what I'm getting. No. Doug loves his duck carcass. Seriously loves it. I have to force him to stay away from me because he gets so close. It's really obnoxious because he thinks that he could just put his head on the table here and help you lick the plate while you're eating. Do I ever make duck broth from the bones? So like, don't give it to Doug. Tell Doug, no, I'm sorry, you're getting nothing. I think I can't do that to Doug. Sorry, Doug, I want to make duck broth. You're getting nothing. I can't do that to Doug. The poor dog. Give a dog a bone, man. I've still got chicken broth, folks. From 2 years ago, I made a batch of chickens, or actually maybe 3 years ago. When I got rid of all the chickens there, I had 9 of them. And I boiled 9 of them up. And I've got bags of chicken broth in the basement. Of good chicken broth, though. It's really good chicken broth. Like really good chicken broth. It's got to be over 3 years. Frozen. Still in the basement. Do more chicken hunting videos. I don't know how we're going to do that. Juanita, hang on, my lady. Wait till you see what's coming down the pipeline this weekend. You might want something else. Maybe you might want like a serving tray. Maybe you might want a bumper sticker. Maybe a fridge magnet. Wait till you see what I've got coming down the slate here this weekend, folks. It's going to happen. Because I only got 30 images left, and then I'm back to the store and uploading the images, and there's like 191 new products. Two different mouse pads. And the thing is, I got to do this with every single piece of artwork. To do it right, I got to do this with every single piece of artwork. It's going to be just, it's going to be brutal. I'm going to be, I'm totally anticipating the whole month of February sitting on the computer. Actually, Vista, I ran across a store because I've been doing some research, and there were some people that have been on Cafe Press for a long, long time. There was one store I came across this piece of artwork because I was trying to see what the product looked like when I was doing the artwork, and I was like, what does this product look like? So I went on the site to see what the product looked like to give me an idea of how I should do the artwork on this one item because I couldn't get my head around it, and I ran across this piece of artwork that had been on the site since 2007, and so I clicked on the user, the person who generated the artwork, and it was a massive store. Well, they've been posting, they do drawings, hand sketches and that, and they've been posting since 2007 as far as I can tell. It was massive, the amount of stuff they had. Like it was just massive. There's some big stores on that site. Artists, people who do drawings and photography, and man, this company, I can see how they're printing 300,000 items a day. I can see that. You know, just imagine that, right? They print 300,000 items a day. That's just crazy. And you know what's really strange is that when I phone there, well, one, their names. They have the most unbelievably unique names. I'm telling you, man. Maybe it's something to do with Kentucky and what they name people there, their first names. But I have to actually write the people's names down because they when they tell me their name, I can you spell that for me? Because I'm in the middle of the conversation with them, asking them for tech, support, and it's like I forget their name because it's so bizarre. It's like it wasn't this be another language. I don't know. Maybe it's something about people in Kentucky like naming their kids by like something that you'll never remember the first name. I think Marvin's got a problem with his typing this morning. Marvin, are you drunk? Is that I have a clue what you just said? So anyways, but the point again is that I keep hitting the same people. So I think their support department's got to be really small because I keep hitting the same people all the time. And they know me. Oh, it's you with the ducks. Can I post a video about the eggs? Okay, Swordfish, I have no idea what you're talking about. I just did a video about eggs. Just go back. Just finished it. Not even half an hour ago. Okay, oh, you're dyslexic, and you're on your phone. No problem, Marvin. I'm dyslexic too. I seriously am. I've forgotten you? No, I haven't, Marvin. I know who you are. Franz, you're dyslexic too? Vista is? Well, I know you are, Vista. You're challenged. Some folks, when I was a kid, my dyslexia was so wild that um, it and I have this artwork somewhere here in the household. I think it's downstairs in my toy chest because I have a toy chest from a kid. But I have a I wrote my name, something else in my name. I forget what it was, the other word. But anyways, the only way you can read it is to hold it up in a mirror. And I was like 5 years old when I wrote this. 5 years old, and the only way you could read it is in a mirror, like totally backwards, severe dyslexia, like not short circuit upstairs completely. When my parents gave me the artwork that they had a whole bunch of stuff from when I was like kindergarten, and it was like, they're look at all this, and I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a joke. I thought, no, this is, oh, well, it's mine. Oh. Inga. But think about it. It was like I was possessed by some kind of demonic being or something, to as a child, to be writing backwards. But you know one thing I'm really good at now, and that other people, I have this group of guys I used to go with to their cabin, and we'd be drinking, right, for the week solid, a week of drinking, and it was always like, we always get a bunch of guys together, and it's like whoever falls asleep first, something's going to happen to him. Well, actually, the correct term is whoever passes out first, something's going to happen to him. Well, we used to always do something to the first person to pass out gets something done to them. So one year we discovered at the cabin there was a permanent magic marker there. So I started writing on people's foreheads backwards, so only they could read it in the mirror in the morning. And everybody was asking me, how do you know how do you do? Because I could write on a person's forehead like in flow backwards, and they were like, "How can you write backwards so perfect?" Like, and because everybody else they were like, "No, no," it's like they were challenged on that one, but I could just grab a marker and write backwards. That it would be like, it was a talent I had since I was 5 years old. Uh, I was like, I'm Photoshop and I flipped myself. Oh, and I never wrote nice things on people's foreheads. It was always bad stuff, really bad stuff. Like nobody else would know what it says until you looked in the mirror, and they'll be like, "Oh, Matt, he's writing profanities on your forehead." uh, yeah, they took the marker away from me, Inga. They got to the point that they were like, "Okay, markers have to hide. No more markers at the cabin. Permanent marker. You know how hard it is to get permanent marker off your skin on your forehead after it's dried all night? Put it this way: a lot of red, just beet red foreheads, raw from scrubbing. A lot of raw skin, a lot of exfoliation taking place, to get rid of it off the forehead. Juanita, I think we might have gotten even more than 69 eggs because the bucket this morning is full. Seriously full. The big bucket, there's a lot of eggs in it. Shaving eyebrows, we did that too, but that's old school, man. There's better things to do. I won't talk about what we used to do because it's bad. The bucket is very full this morning. The big bucket, and I'm using the big one, and it is like almost to the top. I'm going to wash eggs, then I'm going to cook my breakfast, and then I'm going to attack my 30 remaining artwork, and then I'm going to probably sometime in between all of this, I'll take a break and I'll let the ducks out. And no frozen eggs this morning either, Juanita. Yesterday we had 7 frozen eggs. It was yesterday, it was 7. There was a lot of frozen eggs yesterday. Oh, and Mandy just woke up. Mandy, it's Saturday morning. You've just missed half the day already. It's like, what is it? It's 8:55? I think it's 8:55. That's what it looks like. Yes, it is 8:55. Oh, you did watch the egg video? My recon? It's turning out better, eh, folks? My live, walking around with a camera on my head. No, the shell's broken, Inga. They get a crack in them when they freeze. There's a slight crack. Sometimes it's a hairline crack, and sometimes it's a big crack. You notice it, the hairline crack, when you wash them, and you'll be washing the eggs, and you'll feel a little give in the shell, and it's just got a hairline crack. And but this morning there was like none. The barn was warm, because I closed the door last night. Because when I went out last night at 9 or whatever time it was, 8:30 to do the water, it was 25 below, plus wind chill, and so I closed the doors on the buildings because the goose shed was minus 12. I went in there and I actually took hot water into the goose shed for the geese because their water was already frozen. It was minus, so I shut everything down last night. She was chilly here, folks. Very chilly. Oh, it was. It was cold. It was like, man, oh man. I'm just I shouldn't complain because it happens. It's Canada, but the ducks are getting out here, and tonight they're probably going to be not locked up. Depends on what the temperature does. It's supposed to go up to -7 tonight. But I gotta clean the barn today. A little bit of coated poop in there. Oh, I need more coffee to finish the sentence. Hang on. Oh, folks, you remember I told you I was doing some dancing there the other night because I was, doing every 30 minutes I take a break when I'm working, and I said my ankle's sore and I can't do the old dancing with the ankle situation. I shouldn't have danced because my ankle has been killing me now for 2 days since I did that. Hurting bad. So frozen eggs, they can freeze rock solid, but you really need to eat them right away when they thaw out. If they sit a day, what happens is the yolk gets it falls apart. The yolk loses its shape, and then what happens is the egg looks like it's a bad egg, but it's not. Like it looks like, like when an egg's rotten. When an egg is rotten, and it's like everything just mushes together. That's what it looks like, but it's not rotten. It's just the yolk gets destroyed when it gets frozen. So it's still tasty. No taste difference at all. No smell, nothing. It just loses its shape after it gets frozen. The yolks break when they freeze. And if they sit a day, when they sit a day, the yolk becomes almost one with the white of the egg. It starts really mixing all together. Okay, Chester, you need to go get some help. Like, turn yourself into the police and say that you're a danger to society. Okay? Do us all a favor. A lot of people freeze eggs, Juanita, like tons. A lot of people put them into, what do they call it? Ice cube trays. I don't know. That'd be awful small chicken egg to do that so it's not in the shell. But really, honestly, you can just freeze them, the egg. Just totally freeze it. That is like, just leave it the way in the shell, freeze it. So if they crack, they crack. It's just that when they thaw out, you got to use them right away. So like if they thaw out, you put them in a dish to thaw them out. Because when they thaw out, the crack gets it leaks. The egg leaks. So. But I eat frozen eggs all the time. Actually, I don't have any frozen eggs today. I gotta get some double yolkers out. I should have took them out this morning. I got no frozen eggs today. I've been eating all the frozen eggs. I'm back. I just had to get the eggs. Relax, folks. Okay, we must be trending somewhere that people are coming here and they're just telling us all kinds of, like, they want to, okay, I have harmed where either weaklings, either mentally or physically, those are strong. Where are these people coming from? We get some crazy people showing up here, folks. Like, it's like we've had two crazies show up. But it's like they showed up and they just wanted to tell us something stupid and left. You know? They are PP too? What's PP? I don't know, friends. You're talking some cryptic language. They must think we're a different kind of chat. Something else, Janie? I don't know. Really weird guys. I agree with you, Inga, 100%. It's like they're just not right upstairs. Got some crazy people here today. All right. Okay, we're trending somewhere, folks. Saturday morning, the infamous Saturday morning YouTube trending. Where are we trending? We're getting recommended to a bunch of crazy people. I would love to know how YouTube works. How does morning coffee, like, yeah, I know there's only 53 people here. Inga, the YouTube notifications ain't happening. It's just bad. Yes, you can hide them, Janie. You can hammer them. Go for it. The chicken hunting video, it's always trending, Vista. It always. Do I eat oatmeal? Actually, Juanita, I'm a big oatmeal guy with wild apples cooked in it and brown sugar. But the thing is that I prefer eggs. I do. I love my eggs. I really love my eggs. And when I don't have eggs, I eat oatmeal. But this winter has been a really good winter because I never had to eat any oatmeal. And I usually keep, how many bags of oatmeal do I keep here? I should have a couple bags in here. No, I only got one. Only got one bag of oatmeal. Oh, that's right, because I've been using the oatmeal to make apple crisp. That's what I've been doing. I've been doing the apple crisp and the oatmeal deal. Because I go through about 4 cups of oatmeal when I do the apple crisp. But I haven't had to have oatmeal this winter because I have had eggs non-stop because the ducks never stop laying. But when I ran out of eggs from last summer, they started pumping eggs out on me in October. Okay, where are these idiots coming from? Look at this moron that just posted. Someone get rid of this guy. You're really slow, folks, this morning on the moderating. Not happy here on the performance. Like, when I react to them, I give what they want. I can't help but react, man. I'm sitting here in the chat and they're talking about putting people's heads on spikes. What, am I supposed to just, what? It's like we're talking about ducks and then boom, a crazy person shows up. Well, how do you not notice that? Ignore them and delete them. Oh well, maybe you should have a channel and you can run by those rules. We like to acknowledge them and then hit them with the hammer here. This is how we swing it here. Like, give them a little bit of attention and then hit them with the hammer. Works every time. What are the products I'm looking forward to? 191 to be exact. Vista. That's what I have. 191 different charms. Oh man, lots of stuff. iPad sleeves, iPad covers, laptop sleeves, laptop covers. What else? Frame prints, photo frames. One of my favorites? I don't know. I don't have a favorite. Oh, now the hammer's going fast. We're getting double hammers happening. cameras were going quick there. Oh, Marvin's got a complete sentence. He's got his computer running. Now we can understand what Marvin's doing. His phone was just one messed up sentences he was producing. Oh, Marvin's got a bad back. I have a little bit of a sore back, Marvin, but mine's from sitting on a computer too long in one position, doing a massive amount of Photoshop work, which yesterday I had to reboot my computer like 6 times. Oh. Janie, that was quick. I didn't even get to finish the paragraph that Mr. Chris posted here. That was really fast, Janie. Like, it was like I was reading it and it was like, boom, gone. That's my girl. That's the kind of moderate now, and it's so fast. I see. Then I don't acknowledge them, and then I'm not triggering. Who was it I triggered there for acknowledging? The judge guy. Was it the judge guy that said don't acknowledge him? But I wanted to give him a little bit of acknowledgement before I get whacked. Oh. I'd like to know why we're trending with the crazies this morning. You know, you can't figure this YouTube thing out, eh? Like, I can't. I don't understand how their algorithm works. How does coffee with the date, I think that's what I have on the title today, trend to the crazies, to the dark side of YouTube? You know? I don't understand. But yet, I can't, it doesn't send out notifications to the 50,000 plus people who subscribe to the channel. It's like, actually, you know what? I got a message from somebody that they subscribed to me years ago, and they thought I had stopped posting on YouTube. And they came to my channel and they couldn't believe I had over 3,000 videos. And they were like telling me that they watched me when I had like 10,000 subs, and then all of a sudden they stopped getting notifications. They thought that I had left. I don't like the way YouTube works. It was better before. You know, when you used to log onto your page and it would show all your subscriptions, and it would show the latest stuff that you had posted. Those days are gone. Notifications are just a joke. Plus, see, I don't have a phone, so I don't walk around to get the notifications. And then they recommend stuff to you that, like, what? Why are you recommending this? Like, you should have my subscriptions up there on my page. Not, you know, why am I getting... Just because I looked at one snowblower doesn't mean I want a whole page of snowblowers. Like, made the mistake of looking at a snowblower video, and YouTube for 2 weeks now has been sending me snowblower videos. It's almost like that, you know, when you buy something on Amazon and then you go on to Facebook, and then all the ads, the sponsored ads are something you just bought on Amazon. And you're like, I already bought that. I don't need to see something else. Like, morphine, yeah, I don't know. I don't mind morphine when I'm in really good pain. I got nothing to do. Just lay on a couch and be morphine high. But that's all I do is watch YouTube videos, Rich. I don't do anything else. Everything here is like DreamWorks. We're like DreamWorks here. Everything is CGI. The whole shooting match. We got the Russian hackers trying to figure out how to get the melting snow to look real. He's trying to figure out how he's showing me a couple of previews of, you know, what the what it looks like, you know, with the snow going and then things starting to get green. Franz likes Tramadol. And he's got a smiley face. He likes it so much. Okay, now we got people. We got about music. All right. I'm just looking here. We got man. We're running the gamut here this morning on the old comments. We're all over the place. I love unicorns. Now, where are you? I love unicorns in your state. What state are you in? Could you tell us? Could you tell us what country you're in? I'm waiting. Oh, you're in Australia. It helps when you tell us that. When you say state, we're like, okay, where are you? And I did ask for a country, not a city name, but you're lucky I know where Brisbane is. Can you do metric to imperial conversions? Don't be sorry, just don't do it again. Listen to the question, answer it properly. I'm trying to get caffeine fueled here, folks. It's going to be time for me to go and do some work. I got to get cooking too. I got to wash some eggs. And I only got 30 images to do, and I really want to get going on that. Plus, time is 9:14. I'm going to have to let the ducks out soon, so that's going to be an interruption of my morning, of my flow of work, of what I got to do. The geese get out today too. Have I ever put a microwave in the egg for fun? I put eggs. I've put eggs in the microwave for cooking them, not for fun. I don't consider cooking like a party or anything like that. We got some weird stuff showing up here in the chat this morning, folks. It's weird. I mean, they put an egg, like, in the shell, in the microwave. And so it explodes. So, like, when you're at, like, the corner store, like the 7-Eleven or the little convenience cookery place where, you know, they got microwaves and you can throw your, you know, you buy a sub and, you know, you can heat your sub up, those kind of stores, you know what I mean? Bodegas, that kind of thing. Do you go in there and put eggs in their microwaves and hit it and then leave the building? Is that what you're talking about? Like pranking them, blowing up eggs in people's microwaves in stores, making messes for the poor cashiers to have to clean up? Make their lives miserable on minimum wage? Is that what you're talking about doing? Just searching out people to make their days worse? I'm guessing not. No reply. So like go buy a dozen eggs at the grocery store and then just go around to every corner store that's got a microwave and plant little egg bombs. That's what you're saying. I never did that. I've never done that to somebody. Oh, there's Thomas. Thomas, oh, you got your avatar back to normal? You were looking like a recycling company there for a while. I wasn't naughty as a lad. No, I was bad. I was the reason I don't have kids. I figured that karma it would be bad. I would end up paying back everything I did. So I was like, I'm not gonna have a kid. You crazy? After what I put my parents through? If you believe in what goes around comes around, I did not want to be put through what I put my parents through. Put it that way. You know what I was like as a child? No, there's the dark side of Matt, folks. There's a dark side. I was a troubled child. I was bad. I was bored. That's what my problem was. I was bored. Actually, I read an article just this week, one of my breaks. I need a break from working on the computer. Let's read an article on the computer. I can't help myself. I just love reading stuff. But I read one about the ADHD scenario and how it's fake, and this study. And I was like, I remember as a child, I had this family member that had kids, and they were going to put their kids on Ritalin, and the family just lost it with them because the mother of these kids um, was she was pro med the kids up, get them all sedated. She couldn't handle it, and we had to give them a real eye opener on, like, do you not remember what it was like to be a kid? And because they had two little boys, and they wanted to put both of the boys on Ritalin. There was enough uproar in the family that everybody lost it, that it never happened. But that was the mother she'd been drinking lots of Kool-Aid, folks, and she believed that the Ritalin was the answer to fixing her problems. So I'm sorry for it. ADHD. I had ADHD. Okay, I was just a boy, a normal boy. And you know how you fix it? Physical exercise. Physically do something. Make the kid work. Make him tired so that he's not fidgeting, sitting in his seat. I'm sorry, I don't agree with you. Totally don't agree with you. Totally don't agree with you. No. Some kids can sit in the classroom and sit there and take it all in, and some kids sit in the chair just, like, what, you got ants in your pants? Did you not hear that one before? You know? Like, go pile wood. Go do some work. That's the problem. There's just pent up energy. Actually, the study, what they did was they were talking. It was actually about Kentucky, and it was Kentucky and some other Kentucky and Tennessee. They compared ADHD to New Jersey and New York states, and they actually what they did was, it wasn't a scientific study. It was just a lot of just assumptions based on statistics, but they did it based on hunting licenses, hunting and fishing licenses, and they found that it was Kentucky and Tennessee had something like 86% of the young boys have a fishing license. They fish between the ages of like 12 and 16 or 12 and 18, something like that. And they said it was 86% of the kids fished compared to 45% in New Jersey and New York. And the ADHD problem was higher in New York and New Jersey than it was, or it was higher in Tennessee and Kentucky because the kids couldn't handle being in the classrooms. They wanted to go outside and play with worms and fish and do outdoor stuff. But the kids in New York and New Jersey who were used to being inside in their lifestyle, they didn't do the outdoor stuff as much, could handle sitting in the classroom a lot more. I was on the I wanted to be outside group. I didn't want to be inside. I was cracking in classrooms, cracking. Wear them out, Rich. Take the kids and physically wear them out. You know, because believe me, they start focusing. So, oh, I'm not educated for it. Well, that's nice to know that I'm not educated in these problems. And you are educated. Do you have a doctorate or something in this? I'm sorry, the ADHD is a scam. But just keep drinking that Kool-Aid. Chris, no, your kid has ADHD if he acts awful inside. Some people are meant to sit down on their butts and do nothing, and some people are meant to actually go out and do something. And when you try to make somebody who's used to, or that wants to go outside or desires to go outside and do something physical, or just even inside physical, and you make them sit down, they're going to crack. But just medicate yourself, and life is way better. You know? I don't like being outside when it's 30 below, but I'll do it. I'll do it. Used to love running. I used to be a marathon runner, folks. It's more than extra energy. Ford, I'm sorry. You can't convince me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ford. You can't. You just type all the stuff you want. I'm sorry, we're not on the same page. We agree to disagree on this one. Pharmaceutical industry invented ADHD to sell drugs. And our school system has embraced it. An example. I'll give you an example. Recess. They don't, when we were kids, recess and kicking kids outside, they don't do that now. You know? Like, what's with that? You never heard of ADHD when you were a kid? Either did I, Inga, because you know what? We were kicked outside. We were made to do stuff. We weren't allowed to sit there and just do nothing. TV, we had one single channel, and it was black and white, you know? And it would take sometimes, some days, 30 minutes for the TV to warm up, and you'd miss the whole program, you know? So, it's like, kids have energy. It's just like, kids are like a puppy, okay? That's exactly what it is. That's what it is. It's like, they got energy to do stuff and go out and do stuff. And sitting that kid down and sitting there, this is the kid's life. All afternoon, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to play. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to play this game. That's it. That's what I'm going to do the whole day. And then supper time comes and the kid's vibrating. Well, he hasn't done anything, We have energy as a kid to do stuff, We do. And it's like if you don't burn this energy off, what's going to happen to it? Well, something's going to happen. I saw it with these two. I'm not going to say these two kids, but I saw it. And their mother swallowed the Kool-Aid on the ADHD and Ritalin thing. And anyways, long story short, we had to intervene, and we saved those two kids from being drug heads. And they basically, they had to change the way they were bringing the kids up, get them outside. Get outside, do something physical, work. If they don't have a game to play outside or friends, put them to work. Shovel the driveway, cut the grass, rake, put the garbage out. Do something physical to justify your existence in this household. Help out. Vacuum the house. Do the dishes. Like house chores. Clean your bedroom. And you're not getting a reward for it. Make your bed. I ain't paying you. You know what I mean? It's like, we're so screwed up now. Actually, Peter, we were allowed, but I'm talking like the late 60s, 70s. We didn't go inside when the street lights came on. Because, in the wintertime, that's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're outside. I remember as a kid having supper and then going out, it's like 7 o'clock at night to go sledding down the hills. And I was like, 12, 13 years old, 11 years old. And we would be out at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night sledding in the dark, going down hills. No lights, nothing. Darting in between the trees. Nobody got killed. Couple wooden toboggans got broken when they hit the tree, but nobody got broken bones. And no TV in our bedroom either. Actually, only one phone in the house. It's like, Pulling weeds from the garden as punishment. Actually, my parents never used that as punishment. That was just a job, pulling weeds. And if we pulled the wrong plants as a kid, they got to slap up the head. What are you doing? You're pulling carrots out. Do a better job. They never they didn't want to traumatize us by associating pulling weeds as a punishment. They tried to make it a game. Oh, let's make a game and pick the weeds. This is not a fun game. uh, it's like, I don't care how you frame this one. It seems like work. Oh, anyways. TV should not be allowed in your bedroom. They shouldn't, especially after you get married, unless you're not planning on having any kids. I don't want any kids, so let's put a TV in the bedroom. We had one of those push mowers with no motor. I tell you, when you're a kid, it's hard pushing those things. And when we were a kid, those things were like seriously heavy. They were like crazy heavy. It was took the full of your ass as a kid to push them. But then we got a gas one. I knew a kid that this kid was not right upstairs, but this is what he did. Because he hated cutting the lawn so much, he stuck his foot inside the lawnmower, cut his big toe off. Never had to cut the lawn again. But he cut the end of his big toe off. No. And he never cut the lawn again. Ever, 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 ever after that. Oh. He figured a way out. I opted for just keep cutting because I wanted to keep my toe. Oh, Inga, yeah, he figured it out. And then the whole summer, they had a cottage just up the road from us, and he couldn't swim. He blew it because he did this to himself, and then he cut the end of his toe off, and he couldn't swim for the whole summer. And he'd sit there on the dock, and all us kids were playing in the water, and he'd be sitting there, and he couldn't go in the water because his foot was all bandaged up. Eh? It was like he blew that summer. No, but he never cut the lawn the rest of the summer. And then the following year, his parents gave him a lesson on the lawnmower on how to cut without cutting your big toe off and put him back on the lawnmower. Oh, that was so fun. I remember that. That was a sort of a silent joke in the neighborhood how he got out of it one summer, but then lost all swimming privileges for the whole summer. And then the following year, his dad, being old school, gave him a complete lesson on the lawnmower and put him back on the lawnmower. Oh, it was so funny. It was, and we used to all point to him and say, "Oh, how stupid he was for doing that." Oh man, kids, eh? Anyways, and I ain't making this up either, folks. This is a true story. But today, if that happened, the kid would never be allowed near a lawnmower for the rest of his life. Never. And the parents would be out there just dying, cutting the lawn. And the kid would be inside playing on his video game. Because they just would think the kid would do it again. Oh, don't get me started about child welfare. Oh man, I'm telling you, they're and the lawnmower company would get sued too. That exactly, Peter, because there was no warning. Don't stick your foot inside there. You know. Oh, I know. It's crazy, man. Tammy, look at what's going on, and you just shake your head. Anyway, just give me some Ritalin, I'll be fine. If they virtual lawn mowing on their phone, do you think they'd get her done? Be cutting a long time on the phone, eh? Or a remote control Wi-Fi controlled on their phone running an RC lawnmower outside. Kids today, though, I feel sorry for them. They have no idea how bad things are. I know a young family. They're like, their parents are like 35, kids are like 10. You know what they think Sunday family deal is? Go to Costco. It's like that's a Sunday fun thing. Go shopping. It's like just it's like there's some screwed up stuff out there. I'm gonna just stick with ducks outside in the bush. Rich, yeah, Costco's a giant supermarket. It's like Tesco or whatever you guys call it. No, that's the UK Tesco or Tesco. Costco's huge. It's like Walmart of box stores. But Rich, I'll give you a funny one about people freaking out about when things get broken and that. But this is not to do with computers. This Okay, Tim Hortons in Canada is a big caffeine dispensary, the biggest coffee chain in Canada. Okay, anybody that's Canadian, you know. Maybe some Americans know too because they're down in the States. But Tim Hortons coffee. Okay, it's the biggest coffee chain in Canada. So there's this crew. They were repaving the road. Okay, and they had to block off the drive-through entrance on the road because they were paving the road. Okay, I was standing right there talking to the guys because they were doing some other work for me, putting some culverts in on my commercial property at the time. And I was standing there, and these people at the drive-through, like there's a paving machine, they've got the road ripped up, and they're laying the asphalt down, and the people were on their horns, freaking because they couldn't get into the drive-through to get the coffee. I couldn't believe it. The guy was standing there. He said, "What's this?" And it was people were losing it. Now they could still drive in the other entrance, park the car, get out, walk inside the Tim Hortons to get their coffee. But no, it was the drive-through. They were just freaking because they couldn't stay in their cars and get caffeine dispensed into them in an IV fashion or whatever they're doing in their cars with the coffee. But I was like, I just stood there and I couldn't believe it, on their horn, losing it with the paving company. Like you can only lay pavement so fast, you know. And then people waiting for the paving truck, the paver. Like the thing moves at what, like 6 inches every minute, laying the pavement down, and they're sitting there waiting for it to pass the entrance. Like, buddies, go get out of your vehicle. Like, they are perfect a candidate for some ADHD Ritalin. They need some Ritalin to calm down in their cars. They don't need caffeine. They're already strung out. You know? No. All right. I'm going to, we're talking nonsense now. I'm going to go and start my day because I have to cook. I got to wash eggs. And I got to let the ducks out pretty soon here, like real soon. I don't know what the temperature is outside right now. Oh, does it ever get clear when you do 300% with glasses on? And I got to, I got 30 images to do that I absolutely have to get done today because I want to start uploading them to the store so that I can say, yes, I've got the first wave done. Oh, it's still minus 18 wind chill. Ducks aren't getting out yet. So I'm going to go because I got to get some food into me because now my 2 coffees, I've got a little bit of gut rot from the coffee situation here. I'm hungry because I've been eating early this last couple of weeks, and I'm late right now by about an hour. So, oh Inga, I'm glad your Visa card is itching because I really need some Visa card itching happening here. So I'm gonna say goodbye, and I'm gonna get to work, and then I'm going to. I'm thinking by tomorrow, it should be done, so that I can share what I've been working on. And the next wave is going to be much faster because there was some serious learning curve on this wave. Serious learning curve. We're getting there though. So Gonna say goodbye. Thanks for joining me for coffee, everybody, and I'll talk to you later. Oh, and don't forget, go and check out the Ag Recon video while it's not monetized. Watch it for free.